Acknowledging the limitations of existing products on the market, we wanted to develop and offer an innovative harness which can significantly increase the length of your sessions thanks to its comfort. This is why we worked with a human kinetics science lab to help us on this project. Their scientific approach and knowledge of human morphology enabled us to create a harness providing a level of comfort that was previously non-existent. The EXO harness has been developed to optimize load distribution and thus prevent the rider from having misplaced pressure points such as on the floating ribs or lower back. We therefore have chosen to guide the pressure onto the sacrum or iliac crest, which is anatomically much more suited to carrying loads. The body no longer has to compensate for pressure on the wrong areas with muscle contractions or taking unnatural positions. This reduces the fatigue and pain of the rider, allowing him or her to ride longer and with more comfort. The development of the EXO harness has resulted in many innovations and the creation of new technologies. The EDF is a hexagonal structure with varying degrees of thickness. It is directly connected to the spreader bar through the straps and buckles. This element receives 100% of the kite traction. Thanks to its shape and structure, the pressure is spread over a much wider area of the back and responds better, continuously and more smoothly. By being less concentrated on a small area of the back, the EDF protects the user and avoids any unwanted muscular effort to offset the bad traction. The EXO harness has been developed to best fit the natural curves of the back to perfectly follow the movements of your body while riding. This is achieved by imposing its preformed ergonomic shape on all layers of material during manufacturing. The harness finds its place naturally around your back and can be completely forgotten about once on the water. We wanted to avoid unpleasant lateral contraction of the harness on the chest, which is why we adapt our spreader bar to harness sizes. A well-suited spreader bar will pull along both sides of the harness, while a spreader bar that is too small will pull with an acute angle, putting pressure on the rider and causing troublesome pain. This new mode of manufacturing has placed the entire thickness of the harness and all protective foam between the energy dispersion frame and the body. By placing all the traction forces on the outside, it is the entire foam thickness that reduces and absorbs energy to optimize comfort. Because there's nothing worse than a harness that rides up during your sessions, we developed the downhold system, an asymmetrical attachment that distributes the forces downward. Secure in its original position, the hook does not ride back up. The tuck flaps further assist the downhold system using the flaps positioned on the ends of the spreader bar and inserted into the harness. Once the straps are tightened, they are compressed and locked. By stiffening the connection between the harness and the buckle, they prevent it from riding up. 2 leash releases are integrated into the EXO harness, allowing you to trigger your leash easily whether you are right or left-handed. The leash can also be loose and slidable or clamped between the 2 rings.